Right, welcome back to the channel. Got another new toy. And if you remember my old video, I think it was my last video I did, I had the Starlink Mini and I actually mounted that to my roof, but I did a hardwire install. Now this would appeal more to people who are looking to power the Starlink Mini, but also keep it mobile as well, which I looked around for ages and couldn't find anything, and I was sent this, and this is absolutely brilliant. So if you've been using Starlink Mini in the wild, you already know the biggest challenge. It isn't getting a signal, it's basically powering it. So how do you power the Starlink Mini? Now I looked, there's little adapters, you do the dual batteries, stuff like that. And a company reached out to me called PeakDo, who might have just solved that problem really, which makes it more portable and easier to use. And they called it a LinkPower 1. It's like a custom power bank. It's made specifically for the Starlink Mini, so it doesn't fit anything else, but it's just a Starlink Mini the way it's shaped and that. So I think today I'm going to unbox it, test it out, see if it actually works, and then you can jump over to Kickstarter and have a look at it and see what you think and maybe back them and that. So let's get into it. Let's have a look at what I'm chatting about and let this box open. Right, let's have a look what's inside the box then. So you get a little card with it. And basically it's got a QR code on the front of it, which it's like an e-starter manual and stuff, and it's basic setup and things you can do with it, little titty bits and stuff like that. You can do it on your iPhone as well, it's quite easy like. And then we have the main unit. So LinkPower 1, 96 watt hours capacity and 65 watt max output. So there's plenty of power in that one if I go with it. You've got a nice little display at the front here. Power button and USB-C port there. Now this USB-C port, right, you can use it to charge it, which when I charged it to full 100% capacity, it took about, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours? But it was on 60%, so that was quite quick, that really. Depends on what type of fast charge you've got, into it. I mean, input, it'll take 100 watt max charge, so that'll be rapid. But also, you can use that to actually charge up your mobile phone. So, if you're out and about and that, you can just plug your phone if you need a bit of a charge in it as well. So it's not just Starlink, even though it's specifically made for Starlink. And then you've got your mounting holes here at the bottom. Now, bear in mind, when it's on the Starlink, those holes are at the bottom, so they are probably good mounts for doing like a tripod like you have in this picture, so you could probably use it in that. And then you've got the actual bracket at the back there, you've got two little tabs that just locks it into place so it doesn't fall out then. And then you've got the jack lead there, which I think will be in this box. Let's dig this one out. Yeah, so you've got a USB-C cable on that, and it's quite a chunky cable, that's quite a decent cable. And you've also got the waterproof jack. So basically you've got little rubber grommets on it at the top, and that just plugs into that, and then as you can see there, the seal on that is really well, and then that end just connects into your Starlink. So it's quite a neat unit really, how it all connects together, and it's like I say, it's quite small and it's not very heavy either. One thing you'll notice when you first power this on though, you can see the display there is 100%. It doesn't power on, you've got to actually plug it in on charge to activate this unit, and then it will come on. And on the display it gives you times and that. So what I'll do, I'll plug a USB-C cable into it, and we'll see if it gives us any readings on the screen. So you've got 100 watts, connected to Bluetooth, which connects to your phone, which is a little app on it and that, but to be honest with you, don't really need it. And then it's giving 11.6 watts going in, amps, 12.1 volts, and pretty much it'll tell you when you're drawing power from it how much it's actually doing. So what I'll do, I'll unplug that from here and I'll plug my phone in. So there you go. So that's my phone now actually charging from this unit, and it's using 22.4 watts coming from it. So it's quite a fast charger really as well. So as you can see, there's plenty of power there for charging your Starlink. And I think the running time for this when you actually put a dish onto it is probably about 3.5, 4 hours, maybe less. Yeah, and with regards to the app as well, I don't think the app's available yet. It just gives you the download manual on that. But to be fair, you're not going to need the app. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Front of the screen, it basically tells you what your power output is and what your Starlink's doing. And the best thing about it is it gives you a timer, and it actually lets you know how long you've got left on your battery. And there is one cool feature on this as well, which I thought was quite good, depending on how you want to use it. It's got like a UPS function on it. So basically, if you're powering your Starlink Mini from like a car socket, so say for example, your Mini's plugged into this, but you've got it plugged into a charger like a car socket, like a USB car socket or anything like that, every time you start the engine, right, you normally get a power drop, which basically then will reboot your Starlink because your accessories and everything switch off when you turn your ignition on it. And with that split second power loss, normally Starlink could go off and basically you have to reboot again, so you're waiting like 2, 3, 4 minutes. So what the PeakDo power bank does, it prevents that and it keeps a stable connection all the way through on your Starlink, so you don't get that disconnect on it. Right, so we've actually pulled Mark's Starlink out of his van because mine's stuck to my roof and I can't reach it because I'm on a little. So the best thing about these batteries is, like you said, there is absolutely no signal. So if you look at my phone here now, at the top, it's just SOS, no signal, and we need some music. So we're going to test this out, see if it's any good. The PeakDo battery basically just plugs into that, and there's a little wire there which goes into it. So Mark's going to get this on for us, aren't you, lad? Got a sexy model here, Van Docs. If you ever see his channel, jump on it, give him a subscribe. He's a Sparky as well, so he should know what he's doing. So that's it, Starlink. But you see, look at it, it's tiny. There's nothing to it, and like I say, you can get that in the backpack, it's dead easy. So if we turn that button on, there we have it there now, and the power should come up. That's showing 34 watts because it's on initial boot up, 1.7 amps, 20 volts. And then Mark's going to get his app out now, and we're going to see if the Starlink is actually booting up. Fault dock, sir, because he's tight and cramp. Low data mode. It'll probably take a couple of minutes for the Starlink boot up. Oh, we're on. That's it. Done.
It'll just get rid of that in a sec.
VPN on, and we now have Starlink internet. So there you have it. Do you know what he's... God, I'll eat rough me, don't I? Me dangly collar. So there you have it. It's the mobile version. Like I said, they're coming down 185 quid now. 189 pounds for the Starlinks, making it more accessible to a lot of people and more mobile. They're easy to carry, and that battery, the PeakDo battery, is an absolute game changer. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. Rest of the crew's on the Proseccos.
Oh yeah, cheers!
Give them away. Alcoholics. In a bit. So is it worth backing? I think it is. I think it's quite a good project, really. I mean, if you rely on Starlink Mini, you know, for off-grid work, camping, you know, van life, emergency setups, you know, I'd say, yeah, it's compact, performs well, UPS feature, and I think, to be fair, it's a really good idea. And when I looked at power options and that for the Starlink, it was like, oh my god, DeWalt adapter, Milwaukee, you know what I mean, kind of a big clunky battery, it just doesn't look right. Whereas that, I think the form factor of that is quite good. And I think they've really done well. And like you saw in the video, when we was in Newquay, you saw it on the beach, and it just works fine because where we was, there was absolutely no signal whatsoever. Everybody's phone was on SOS, and you know, you just want like a bit of music on it, background, something. And I mean, I don't think anyone's phones store the music anymore. You know, you don't download your playlist, it's all online and that, and it's just that little things like that. But it was so easy to use because it was just thrown in a backpack, power bank on, that was it. We had internet. Not too sure on the release date yet. It could be by the time I got this video out. So what I'll do, I'll leave a link in the description, basically to the Kickstarter, or it might come up in one of these corners here somewhere. I'm not got used to me flipping my camera yet, so I ain't got a clue which side it's going to. It looks like I'm just waving at everyone now. You know what I mean? And leave a thumbs up and that, and drop us a comment on that, you know, if it's something you'd use. Is there a scenario where you'd use it? Is this ideal for what you need? But anyway, stay tuned for the next video, right, because I don't have parking sensors on my van, right? When you park in a big van, you can't quite see past your bonnet. So it's dead hard to judge, you know, your supermarket's your pole or something, you know, like when there big pillars in the front and you can't really work out where it is. So I've got one of these, but you'll have to subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see it. Later. Mark's getting his decent playlist on. What we on, Mark?
Wham!
Wow.
Culture Club. And
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
Oh, Depeche Mode.
The Cures.
The Cure.
Is it the Cures?
Le Cure?